this is what I'm talking about. Yo, who this right here, player? Yeah. What, you don't know? The name alone says it all, son. BL1. A word? BL1. Yeah. BL1. Who? BL1. BL1. You punk bitches love to talk a lot of shit. There's another snitch born every minute. Some are murder kids. These rats got a lot of balls, think they're getting over. You're in a snake pit and fucking with the Balboa. BL1 strike like a cobra. Welcome to the Terror Dome. You should've turned back what Teddy told you. Now just keep on moving like soul to solar. It's like a toy truck playing with a bulldozer. I ain't a pushover, son, you don't fuck around. Because you see me smile doesn't mean that I'm a clown. BL throw it up a queen, but I can boogie down. I only have one job and that's to hold it down. I'm throwing down for a crown that everyone is claiming. I steal it back from your crib while you're on vacation. I'm only saying that I'm in it to win this. Even Mr. C's spinning me last for the strongest finish. Who keeps them banging on your block, son? BL1. Who's making moves around the clock, son? BL1. Who's pulling yachts up on your dock, son? BL1. Yeah. BL1. BL1. Who keeps them banging on your block, son? BL1. Who's making moves around the clock, son? BL1. Who's pulling yachts up on your dock, son? BL1. Yeah. BL1. BL1. You heard?
Man, welcome back to Breaking Night with BL. Glad y'all could join me. I'm just here chilling out, playing with some graffiti, watching my buds dry. You know, just another day in the life. You know, we came a long way since being in Ridgewood, going down to Bushwick to the weed spots. You know, me and the boys getting together on the blocks and in the parks, chipping in a couple dollars, getting on these BMXs, crossing Myrtle Avenue, and going to cop weed at 100 Palmetto, Colvin and Wilson, Halsey. Man, they had all the great spots in Bushwick. Everybody from all the 5 boroughs was going to Bushwick to get their bud. And so were we. But back then, I was a hip-hop fiend. And I just loved it. Smoking weed, writing graffiti was all hand in hand. And that's what it was. I remember just hanging out on the block, smoking blunt after blunt. Blunt after blunt. Going to music studios, blunt after blunt. Going out to clubs and events. In the club days in the city, the Palladium. Going to Sound Factory, the Tunnel. Just blunt after blunt. Trust me, when you're writing graffiti, you're doing some sort of drugs, you're drinking, and you're fucking partying. I don't care what you say. That's exactly what we were doing. Out here holding down the culture. But we're going to talk about a lot of stuff because we came a real long way from having a buy bud to just, it's legal to grow it. Grow your own weed. I'm telling you right now, I don't sell weed. I don't care who you are. If you're my boy, I'll give you some bud. But I ain't selling nothing to nobody. That's my disclaimer. I enjoy weed recreationally. I'm not doing this for business. This is personal use. Just a couple of plants. Look at this. Man. See that? Wow. That was a good one. Shout out to all the weed smokers. There's been so many weed events going on, music events, how just everybody's just embraced this marijuana movement. It's amazing. You can just roll a joint, walk down the street, pass some cops, and just smoke, and no one's going to bother you. Whether you're in New York, California, Florida, no one cares. It's marijuana. It's weed. You know, it's medical marijuana. It's been healing people forever, and it's about time they finally said, you know what? You can recreationally smoke this. You can get your cards, whatever you want to do. Me, I choose not to get a weed card because I'd rather have my gun permit. That's an American right that you should really practice. But we'll get into that in another show. Because trust me, I'm not in New York no more. And where I am, we have the right to carry. And trust me, where I am, they're not playing around. It's amazing what's going on nowadays in New York and around the country, around the whole world. I'm completely beside myself with what's going on in this world. And you know what the truth of the matter is? I'm not here to talk about politics. But the reality is, it's all because of one man who wants everybody to be happy and free and live our lives, that they have done nothing but sabotage our lives, our livelihood, our families, our expenses, everything. Because they want to have a chokehold on the money. We're dealing with things that we didn't sign up for. We have people piling into our country seeking asylum. I get it. Trust me, there's a lot of bad things going on in a lot of bad places. But why is America the scapegoat for everything in the world? Everyone's coming to America. They're not filing into Canada. They're not filing into Germany. They're not filing into Ukraine or Russia. They're coming to America. Why? Why are we giving away everything to these people? No one cares about veterans? People who fought for our freedom in our country? There's veterans sleeping on the street who have no place to stay. But our New York City mayor has the nerve to say, if you have a spare room, we'll pay you to put a foreigner up in their house. What happened to New York, man? Everybody got so soft. If this was the 80s or the 90s, trust me, all the crews and the people that had beef in different neighborhoods, they'd be piling together and rallying up and getting rid of these people. Because the truth of the matter is the government's not going to do nothing. The police cannot do anything. They legally cannot tell somebody, hey, you got to get up and leave the country. They're being told not to do that. You know whose job it is? You. You. In your community, in your neighborhood, you need to protect and defend every single person, business, family, education, everything. It's your job as a person on this planet to stand up and say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm not telling you who to vote for. And this isn't about politics. I like being free and living my life and doing what I want. Imagine I have to worry about a bomb or an explosion hitting my house or my neighborhood. It's going to come to that. Amazing how many people are being so awakened by the lies that we're being told, the things that are being just pulled over your eyes. I mean, come on, you don't got to be the smartest person to see what's going on in our world. You really don't. If you don't know that the media lies to you and that the government is not there to help you, you're either high or fucking stupid. And either way, you're the problem. I'm not a politician, and I'm not going for politics. But I'll tell you right now, something's got to give with what's going on. We're paying way too much money and dealing with too much insanity. When's it going to stop? Damn, this is tasty. You want some? Let's switch it up a little bit. Talking about celebrating this Hip Hop 50, I got a little treat I want to show you. Let's push some of this weed aside, because, you know, we got a lot of weed around here. I don't know where it came from, but it's just all over the place. Hip Hop 50. A gem. I got these when I was working in Soho, right around the neighborhood of the Adidas Original store. And here we have the JMJ Run DMC 25th anniversary sneakers. Different color laces, the fat laces on the front. These are treats right here. This is something that not a lot of people have. And being a hip hop head, you know I had to cop me a pair of these. It was imperative. Run DMC, one of the greatest hip-hop groups of all time. I don't care what you say. I don't care who you like. I don't care how old you are and what you're listening to nowadays. The origins of hip-hop started way before what you're listening to, and you should start paying attention to that stuff. Just like graffiti. I'll tell you all about graffiti. Let me show you some treats. You see this right here? This is the book that I made. About all the treats that I made. Here, let's flick through here, and let me show you a couple things. Here's a little treat look inside my Treat Street book that I had made with blurb.com, BLURB.com. You go there, barcode and everything. Go to the website, hardcover, soft cover, whatever you want. I made this book basically for when I go to galleries and shows to showcase all the canvases I have. You can't go to a show with 100 canvases, can you? These are some of the writers that are on all these pieces here. All Treat Street. The process of my spray booth. Piles of canvases we're working on. There's the Treat Street table. Inside look right here. Only very few know about here. The drawers full of markers, paint, the homie Catch, and just canvases showcasing all the treats that we've made, all the concept pieces. Here's a canvas I made with Topaz for September 11th. I met this man, Richard Gould, whose idea it was to put these lights in the sky in memorial for September 11th for a week every year. And they approved it. So I wanted to make him a treat, and this is what I did. Look at Topaz, an unbelievable job on these buildings, man. All done by hand. Just treats, man. It's never ending. You know, it speaks volumes when you go into a gallery show, or you meet a curator, or you're just walking around the city or wherever you're from and just going in galleries. You want to showcase stuff that you have. Look at this. Concept stuff, man. Just all concepts. We don't make corny canvases. We just all concepts. And I pride myself on that. Look, here's a canvas I made for my friend Larry that owns Bamboo Papers. Me and Topaz. We redid everything. Made it the same kind of style of the bamboo. But look, we just took out the character. Okay? And we put Larry's dog in there. Unbelievable. Topaz is a real talent, man. This is an unbelievable piece here. I gave it to Larry. Hopefully he's hanging it somewhere in his office. Here's the process of everything being made. Unbelievable. Here's a canvas, Supreme canvas, Topaz painted. This is 3 foot by like 4 foot. This is gigantic. This took him a couple of weeks to do. Concept stuff that Dan and I were doing. Some of the most thickest canvases you ever seen. And these are not little canvases, trust me. These are not small canvases. These are all huge. This is definitely like 2 foot by 3 foot. All sorts of treats in here. You get the point. You know, I don't want to shove it in your faces or nothing, but there is a lot of stuff in here. A lot of concepts that we made. A lot of things that we'll still continue to make and have. I mean, definitely. Look, the Cookie Monster canvas. Me, Germs, and Topaz. Come on.
It's just unbelievable. Truck canvas. Saint BL on it. I had my buddy Jimmy, who worked at Pearl Paint in the framing section, put these two canvases together. So it's a small canvas in the front cab, it's a big canvas in the back cab, and he cut this wheel in half. It was basically just a round blank canvas wheel. And I had the buddy Topaz come over and he painted the truck on it. Did the outline of the truck, he did the tires, the back. So trust me, this is just a blank white canvas. Topaz made it look like a truck, and me and Saint did our thing. You gotta love it. So this is something I take pride in, that I take places, and I recommend you going to blurb.com and making yourself a book of any of your graffiti stuff, your family stuff, whatever you have.
Trust me, you gotta have one of these. Go to blurb.com and order yourself a book. It's very simple. You open up the page, they have all these templates, you pick what size book you want, you drag and drop all your photos if you want to type some words and whatever, build yourself something nice. It's not that hard, it's not complicated, you can do it. And if you have to, go on YouTube and search for blurb.com, how to design your own books. Step your game up. Come on. Walking around with your phone showing people like, oh, look at what I did 14 years ago. Look at this. My God, I'm going to post this one again today because people need to know. Step your game up. Shout out to my brother Pace. My brother Pace, WDDSWK. We had an idea and we started this business called Graffiti Rappers. What we did is we went around and we took pictures ourselves of all 5 boroughs. Trains, walls, subway stations, trucks, obscure spots, anything to make stuff original. And we had this picture canvas company. So here's a picture canvas with graph that we put on top of it. And trust me when I tell you, we have ordered hundreds of canvases. Here, let me show you a real treat. "168th Street Station. Tags with legends." Trust me, we had a lot of people bless these canvases and do stuff. So when we start promoting and showcasing what we have and what you could do, we have collab with certain artists. We have just regular canvases you could buy blank. And this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be showing you a lot of treats. A lot of stuff's coming up, man. I hope you're ready. All these Treat Street canvases that we made, we're going to be putting up some for sale. Because what am I going to do with 150 canvases? I've decided that's why we made them. For the public and for people to enjoy them. So we're going to start showcasing some of these things that we made and directing avenues for people to purchase things. Don't forget to stop at Knights of Bedlam and Horror's website. You got to check them out. Swiss, they make these clothes. It's original. It's new. See, I'm the kind of person, when I was making music, I wanted to walk in a place and set a standard aside from other people. I didn't want to walk in a place and have the same Nike shirt or an Echo shirt or whatever the name brand was. I had to have something new and original. I had to have something that nobody saw before so that when they saw us walk in, they looked at us and were like, wow, that's cool. Just like this. Goodfellas. I like to stand out. I like to separate myself from the crowd, whether it's making music or doing art or a podcast. I take pride in what I do, and I'm proud of every single moment that I lived and what I continue to do. Trust me, we have a long way to go in this world, and if you're not worried about your own health and your life and your family, you're definitely misguided. If you're paying attention to TV and your phone more than you are your own friends and your family, you're missing out on life. Because trust me, when you're not here no more, no one's going to care. Take every second you can, enjoy your life. Smoke some good weed. Hang out with some friends. Call up some chicks. Go to a club. Go to a nice restaurant. Take a trip for the weekend. Go to Aruba. Do something that's going to better your life and your mental health. Because trust me, no one cares. And if you weren't going to care, who's going to do it for you? Me, I really don't care who likes me and who don't like me. I truly loved and liked everybody at one point. But somewhere along the line, I lost that love. And I started to worry more about myself and my family and my circle. Because that's what's most important to me. I'm lying. This weed is more important to me. Because without weed, I'd probably be going crazy. This to me is my medication. Medical marijuana. You gotta love it. I can't get enough of it. Shout out to Bamboo Rolling Papers. They've been in this game forever. And I'm old school. That's all I smoke. It's bamboo papers. I don't do all the new mumbo jumbo. I mean, shout out to everybody that, you know, they have all these new rolling paper companies and all these products. That's great. All I like is a nice joint, or I'll smoke a nice bowl. Because trust me, nowadays with everybody being sick and what's going on in this world, I'm not passing my stuff to everybody. If I don't know you, you're not in my circle, and you're not somebody who's around me every day, I'm not just passing you my joint. And that's what a lot of people love to do. As soon as you light something up, they come running up like, yo, can I hit that? I mean, I'm not going to say no, but no. And don't ask me to buy some bud, because I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not here to sell weed. I'll give you a little bud. You can smoke a little something. I'm not going to jail. You could be a cop. Or a snitch. But all I want is nothing but blessings for you. Whoever you are, wherever you're from, follow your dreams and do what makes you happy. I don't care what it is. Here today, gone tomorrow. And when you're gone, nobody cares. You see what's going on TV and the news? We're being lied to every day. We got a mayor who wants to house other people more than our own New Yorkers, more than our own veterans. What happened to New York, man? When did you get so soft? If this was the 80s and the 90s, man, crews would be getting together, just trooping into the city and handling shit. Y'all are sitting around watching the news like, man, when are the cops going to do something? When's the government going to get rid of these people? What's going on here? I can't even get a job. How about you get off your ass and go do something instead of sitting around crying? You're the problem. If you're not being proactive in your neighborhood, in your community, protecting people, cleaning up, and just being around to physically make sure that nobody's fucking around, you're the problem. Everywhere. Chicago, Philadelphia. They're going crazy everywhere. Just hurting people, robbing and stealing and looting. Talking about, oh, they're hungry. They're just out to steal some bread. Meanwhile, you're looting like Gucci stores and Targets and Walmart, stealing TVs and phones and shit. Are you serious, man? Get a job. No one likes a loser, dude. And if you're that person, whatever. You're probably really confused in your life, man. And you need to look at yourself and your family and realize what you're doing in this world. You're super unproductive. It's disgusting. Hopefully things get better. Because if not, I'm still going to do what I do. And that's smoke weed and talk to y'all. Much love and respect, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Breaking Night with BL. I'll be back next week with another episode. Love y'all. Peace.